Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. This is your main event of the evening. In Manchester, we are sold out. Are you ready for the rematch? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Eubank Jr.
Eubank Jr., as is his way, just making us wait.
You come this way, see you going up this way, Chris, and you come this way, you come this way.
I stay close to the heat, and even when I was close to defeat, I roll to my feet. My life, I said it, I roll to the beat. Street rap like Canada, you got smoke till I'm asleep. Working with an A, compose of the beat. I'm really trying to take something in the city. It's not a truth, it's a try. I'm a truth, so turn out the lights on the world class. Wrecking cool, city light, after mathematics. And I'm hoping drive-bys and acmatics. Swamp me, sticky brain and bad traffic. I didn't move it, I get me. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets.
Eubank Jr. ready to walk straight back into the fire that burnt him. Mistakes tonight. If he doesn't turn this around, his career, as he knows it, is over.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case here tonight, Andy. This will be impossible to recover from. It'll be his legacy, you know, his name within boxing will be forever remembered for the Liam Smith defeats. He's reveling in this right now, and I think he looks in a much better frame of mind than he did last time.
Well, we've seen it so many times down the years. sun. And as he lands on that canvas, you just see him come alive. He's always said the pressure is a privilege, that this is his stage. He needs to own it tonight like he never has before.
And his opponent from Liverpool, Liam Smith.
No beef. No boys. Same again. Same again, Sean. No beef. There we go, Liam. Too good, champ. Pete. Every department, Liam. Better every department. Here we go, Liam. Jab, footwork, combination punching, Liam. Everything.
They get up to those teams that say that by hope. It's like they are. They come in like
Come on, Liam.
A smiling assassin. Liam Smith wants to end this rivalry once and for all right here tonight.
entertaining the possibility of that. He'll be playing the fight through. Plan A, if this doesn't happen, we can do this. Plan B, C. But at no point will he be entertaining the possibility of not winning this fight.
this is your main event of the evening. Promoted by Ben Shalom and Boxer in association with Wasserman Boxing. Live on Sky Sports Box Office and ESPN Plus. Scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Brought to you by our headline partner, Bet365, and our official partners, Everlast, Wow Hydrant, Village Hotels, IFX Payments, and Workwear Express. Our supervisor in charge, Robert Smith. Our steward in charge, Robin Smith. Our timekeeper, Phil Morris. And our judge at ringside, Pierre McCann, Steve Gray, and Mark Lyson. And our referee in charge when the bell rings, Kevin Parker. So, Manchester, I need you all to get up out of your seats, raise your drinks high, and get wild! Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the green trunks with white and gold trim. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 11 stone, 5 pounds, 5 ounces. He comes to us with a professional record of 32 victories versus 3 losses, with 23 wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Brighton, England. Introducing the former British IBO and WBA champion, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Eubank and his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with gold trim. He stands 5 feet 9 and 1/2 inches tall. He weighed in at 11 stone, 6 pounds. He comes to us with a professional record of 33 wins versus 3 losses and 1 draw, with 20 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Liverpool. Introducing the former British Commonwealth and WBO Super Welterweight Champion of the world, Liam PPV Smith.
Gents, we've both been through the instructions in the dressing rooms. You know what I expect, a clean fight. Remember to obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
So the ring clears, and the equation here is simple. Eubank is fighting for his career. Smith is looking to end it. Repeat or revenge. So scheduled for 12 or fewer, Smith in the blue and gold, Eubank in the green, gold, black and white. Smith early on, just trying to manoeuvre Eubank back towards the ropes there, and then aim that left uppercut. Slipped the jab there, Eubank, then looked for that right-hand counter. Didn't quite land it. Smith just tying up the left arm there of Eubank, right in front of the referee.
Good foot adjustments from both fighters at the moment. They're both trying to feel each other out. Eubank trying to get his jab working, but then he's happy to come in and hold straight away after that initial shot.
I think he's doing the right thing by doing that, not allowing Smith the room to work on the inside and, you know, keep it long, try and tie him up when you get close.
Just stooped into the jab there, Eubank. Didn't bring it back that quick, and Smith was shaping a chopping right hand, didn't manage to let it go. Just over a minute remaining in round one. Not too much has landed from either of them so far. The referee just having a word. It's been a bit untidy so far.
Better work rate from Eubank this time round. It's a higher work rate. He lands that jab and he wants that comfort while we're still warming into the fight of being tied up with each other.
Keep it twitching, Liam. Keep training.
Eubank just attempting to hook off the jab there, and then, as George said, gets up close personal, grabs Smith almost in a headlock, and has turned into a little bit of a wrestling contest at times in this opening round. Right hand on the inside there from Eubank. I think the referee had given a call to break.
Yeah, I think the referee just doesn't want it to become a, you know, a clinching match, so he's just trying to clean it up.
And again, Eubank really straight in behind that jab, as George has been describing, just making things untidy in this first round. As he makes his way back to that new corner.
Deep breath. Hey, that was a good round for you, okay? Hey, listen. You got enough water? One more? More. Listen. You gotta put some a little bit more.
They both trade jabs here, but then they both come in to hold it in this instance. Wasn't a lot in the first round. I think Eubank was a little bit busier. Landed a few more shots, so he might edge it that way, but then also he was holding a bit more, so would you got that against him, you know?
James in the gym, use his own body weight against him. Come on, Stan, that was a good round, okay?
Team Eubank there, Emily on the left-hand side, Harlem on the right.
I think it was important for Eubank to get that round and feel his way into the fight, bearing in mind how the last fight ended. Just to settle a bit.
Just lost his balance slightly there, Smith, as he threw that right hand. The right ankle almost seemed to just give slightly.
Sharper work from Eubank. I mean, good jab to the chest, he's varying it with jab to the head. As soon as he thinks Smith is coming in just slightly slower, then he'll punch with him and then he'll tie him up.
It was a decent combination. The gloves are up from Smith. He's got that tight guard. It's not easy to get too much through.
Well, Eubank will be happier keeping the fight on the end of the jab, then maybe double jab, right hand, put combinations together at that distance. He won't want Smith encroaching on him getting into up close. You know, you see him, he's trying to tie him up every time they come together.
Looking for the uppercut there, Eubank, off the back of that double jab. And again there, he missed with the uppercut, followed by the left hand, but that came off the back of that lead left hand. They swapped jabs just before that, and it was Eubank that landed first.
We know Smith likes to take his time. He's happy to even give away a few rounds at the start just to get a measure and a feel for the guy in front of him, even though it is someone who he faced only a few months ago. But I think Eubank is much more settled this time round. He's throwing much more logical shots. He's not wading in with uppercuts that don't really make sense. He's working really well off his jab. The check counter hooks are coming in lovely. He does throw that uppercut really well. And then when he's not in a position to punch, he's happy to come in and hold and tie Smith up.
Yeah, he's more organised. He's not wasting movement either.
Little feint there from Smith. Eubank did look to try and step it himself, but Smith then just gave ground. Right hand onto the guard there from Eubank. Smith goes down, but no knockdown there. Eubank moved in behind the right hand, pushed him off with the forearms, and there was never any possibility that the referee would counter that.
Bunch of fresh air, but don't let him rest. I know it's only 2 rounds, but you give him a little bit too much rest, my chum. Okay? How you feel? You feel good? Yeah? Listen. Snap the fucking jam more and start putting a few more fast combinations together. But stay small. This is just trying to pot shots and play you. Don't rush in as it even step back and pull. Rotate. Don't want you wasting energy. Make him reach and punch on the way back. Rotating.
Yeah, swapping jabs there, both of them. Eubank the busier of the two. But I think Smith's happy enough with that, trying to get some work out of Eubank.
I think happy enough. What Joe McNally was saying there, George, in the Smith corner, was that he feels like he could maybe just make him work just a little bit more, that he's given him a bit too much in those opening 2 rounds, even though they are, as you've been saying, having a look at this stage.
Yeah, Andy, I think it could be just a little bit more work from Smith. He doesn't want to just let too many rounds slip. And as I say, he wants to make Eubank uncomfortable. He can do that without punching. He can do that with his sharp head movement and his foot feints.
Decent left hand there from Eubank.
Nice uppercut from Eubank on the inside. Good work.
He steps in and looks to let his hands go. There's an uppercut to the body, and then he followed it upstairs, and that one landed.
You know, it's a fine line as well between getting some work, you know, having a look. You don't want to be losing too many rounds either. Give yourself, you know, you think you start chasing the fight, but you don't really want to be doing that. That's better from Smith.
Plus, you want to start, Matt, with a quick, fast pace. You know, it's like almost, you don't start a long race going too slow and then having to pick it up. You want to start with a momentum that you know you can carry for that full 12 rounds. It's hard sometimes to change gear between rounds and try and up the level of intensity or up the level of energy.
And again, off the back of the jab there, Eubank. He looks for that uppercut. And he's finding some decent shots here, Eubank. The left hand got through there. Smith, as we know, is good at tucking up, but that was decent variety, some snapping those.
Really good shots there from Eubank, and it didn't feel like he's putting 100% effort into every one of them, where he's wasting energy hitting Smith's gloves, leaving openings for Smith to counter. Good right hand there from Smith.
Set his feet and let that right hand go.
Don't panic, just get your hands up. You ain't gotta panic, just close up and get squeeze. Squeeze. Touchy. Offset. Keep moving those feet. Stop. Your feet. Move your feet. Up.
decent shot. Again, a 4-5 punch combination. A couple got through.
Yeah, he switched it good, left uppercut, and then went round the back of the elbow with the left hook. Like, I think Smith doesn't want to, you know, let Eubank get too much into a rhythm or a groove, get his confidence up either. He's got to push back on him a little bit more, I think.
Great instructions from Eubank's corner as well. We can hear them shouting, keep that jab going, keep that jab going. The jab is keeping him sharp as well. Because if he starts to slow and the hand starts to slow a little bit, he's under that pressure that Smith is always in front of him and ready to counter himself.
Beautiful. You're doing fucking great. That's way better. You know what? Hey, put your neck up. Put your nose. So put your neck, thing behind your neck. Put your heart rate down. Hey, don't let him. Water. Breathe it. Where's water from? Hey, don't let him.
And he's been scoring with this uppercut.
Yeah, and then putting combination together. Okay, they were blocked, but the uppercut through the middle was a good shot. That registered, that scored for sure. He's working the harder with the two, Eubank. Maybe Smith's happy with that, but also, you know, rounds are slipping away as well. He doesn't want to get too far behind on the cards, and he's got to chase the fight.
No, absolutely not, man.
Well, it's a happy corner, that Eubank corner. Led by Bowman. Good combination again there from Eubank at the start of the round. Just committed to that, got his feet close, and now he's just set about Liam Smith here. Eubank's confidence is growing by the round, by the minute almost. You can see it.
I feel like Liam needs a good round here to just try and quench the fire that Eubank's got. Getting too confident here. Oh, good shots.
Cut from Eubank, puts Smith down, a rueful smile on his face. The gum shield has come out, but again Eubank there just sat down on that punch. Smith coming forward, that's it. The gum shield is still out. The referee now calls timeout, and will get that replaced, and that buys Smith a little bit more time as he got back to his feet there. He did it pretty much immediately. As I say, there was a sheepish smile on his face, and they're taking a long time about this in the corner. The referee needed to make that quicker. That was too much.
Total contrast to the last time we was here, where Eubank is out and he's trying to get to his feet as quick as he can. Smith, clever pro, spits his gum shield out to get as much time as possible, and he's really under pressure here.
Eubank again goes down to the body and looks for the uppercut again off the back of that jab. That's the combination that's working. Smith just leaning in a touch. Yes, he's got those gloves up, but it's that right hand threading up between the forearms, and again there, that one didn't quite land full force. This is a big, big round for Eubank.
Yeah, massive round for Eubank. His confidence has gone through the roof here, boxing with real authority now.
Liam Smith's just too static. Like, Eubank is finding that angle that comes up through the guard, but there's no lateral head movement from Smith. If someone's trying to come up between your guards, you need to go side to side. Take that away from them.
Yeah, and he's allowing Eubank too much momentum. He needs to fire back.
Decent combination again there. Left hand to the body, then up to the head, and Smith trying to throw that right hand, but he's having the worst of these exchanges. Just over a minute remaining in round 4.
Big left hook landed there, just above the ear. For Liam Smith, that looked like it hurt. I mean, Eubank didn't jump on him. He might be able to get his legs under him, but I think that one hurt.
Smith just backing up there, trying some rather exaggerated head movement to try and close that gap and get close to Eubank, but Eubank again just working off the jab, and up jab that time. And then with the right hand.
Couldn't really have wished for a better start than this, Eubank.
We're heading towards the end of the 4th. He's going to be 4 rounds up, plus the knockdown, you would say.
There's been a total momentum shift in this round for me, guys. It's gone from Smith not doing much, but always being there and having a look, and you think he's in control of that, to this. He's not punching back, and he's not evading any of the shots that are coming at him from Eubank.
No, he's very much in defence mode here. He's not even throwing back. at this point.
Eubank at the end of the round just shuffling in, lands that left to the body, again looks for that right.
Yep, there's that uppercut, knocked the gum shield out, caused a knockdown as well. Massive round for Eubank.
Listen to me. Hey.
Any demons he had from that previous fight, that's out the window now. He's very much in the driver's seat here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Almost in full control. And Eubank, he's always thrown a technically sound uppercut. It's like his favourite shot. It's a highlight reel shot, so it suits his personality, it suits his style. And you would think that that's the one thing that you would be developing throughout camp, is take his uppercut away from him. You'd have to take the uppercut away from him, because once he starts landing that, then the hooks come around the side, they come down to the body behind the elbow, up to the head. That's when he starts putting his combinations together, and that's when he is most dangerous.
And Smith was just stooping in slightly, really came onto the punch, he got up quickly, and he seems to have his wits about him, but I think that might have hurt him a little bit more than I originally thought it did. He did get a long time to recover though, too long. But Eubank going to work at the start of the round, right hand landed. Smith just trying to bob and weave, but he's on the run here, Liam Smith, he's in trouble. Eubank again just finding a home for that right hand. Smith back up to the ropes, he cannot get out of the way at the minute, and Eubank sets those feet wide.
He needs to punch back.
Let's go!
Referee's up. He's looking, he needs to punch back. Smith.
Eubank keeping the pressure on. Smith just weaving one way, then the other, but he's got to offer something back here. Eventually manages to get hold of Eubank and turn him on the ropes.
He was getting out of the way of a lot of those shots, Smith, but look, it's still dangerous to do that. The referee could jump in if nothing's coming back, so the referee was close. You could see a lot of them were missing, but nonetheless, Smith needs to be careful, giving Eubank that opening to unleash like that. He's got to try and fire back.
Eubank would have used an awful lot of energy right there. That is, I mean, he's probably feeling sorry for himself there right now. He's thinking this fight could be over, it should be over, and it wasn't. And I'm certain that Smith wanted to punch back in that situation, knowing what he knows as an experienced pro, knowing that the referee could jump in. He just couldn't, and now he's under fire again.
The uppercut's coming in again now from Eubank. You just see the head of Smith snap back as he continues to just inch forward there, Smith. At times he's looking a little bit ploddy as he comes forward, not really moving in behind the jab. He's not offering anything himself. On the way in, and Eubank is meeting him. The gun shield has come out. I think this one is Eubank's.
I think it's tape, Andy. I don't think it's...
Yeah. Oh, it's tape.
We got it.
Or something off the shorts. Something off the shorts.
Eubank has used up a lot of energy in this round. So Smith should be trying to jump on him here and make him go again.
I'm sure he's feeling the heat as well. Matt.
We're heading up towards the end of round 5. A blistering start to the round from Eubank. And he is banking these rounds, and he had the knockdown as well. Eubank happy towards the end of this round just to get a hold of Liam Smith and run down the clock a touch. As George was saying, he put an awful lot into that opening minute, but he was right to. It looked like the end could be nigh.
Deep breaths, kid, deep breaths. Come on, take your legs out for me. How your legs feeling? How your legs feeling?
Pete, you hear me? Are you here?
Listen, you're listening to me, right? He punch out, but that was fantastic. He's worked, he's thrown a lot of mustard there. Everything, he's tried to get you out of there. Well, listen, you're letting him claim you. When you're inside, I need you to bang away, kid. Just take that half a step back and punch.
Another big round for Eubank. I think it might have been that right hook that sort of started the combination, started the onslaught. The Eubank just keeps punching at Liam Smith in that round.
You know, for what he threw, the good body shot there, and he landed a couple of decent head shots, good right hook there, but he He missed a lot as well, didn't he? We see him on the ropes here, and he wasted a lot of energy there, Eubank.
The psychology there from the Smith corner was interesting. Joe McNally just trying to lift him a bit, I think, by saying that this is exactly what we want. That was what we wanted. He expended a lot of energy in that round, Eubank. He cannot keep this going. Smith was quite uncommunicative as he took a seat in between rounds there. I wouldn't say a lost look about him exactly, but this is a hard fight.
Yeah, I mean, both guys are feeling the pace now. Liam Smith from taking the punches.
Yeah, that was a good uppercut from Eubank.
Just keeping those hands busy, Eubank. There's the jab. Too far out for the uppercut that time. Smith again just inches forward, but he's not working his way in behind anything. He's just moving into range. There comes the jab, but he's just stuck.
Eubank working the body well. Smith blocked that one with the elbows, but he has. A couple of them have definitely got through.
But it's the accumulative effect, Matt, as well. Even if you're getting the punch in the arm goes sore, the arm goes dead. The arm can't come out quicker. You think Smith is thinking about quality over quantity here. He's trying to pick out the perfect shot, and maybe that is the right idea. If you're both starting to feel the pace, Eubank has to create that great shot by landing 2 or 3 shots in the process beforehand.
Yeah, I think Smith's certainly looking for quality over quantity here. He's trying to pick the clean shots. Eubank busier of the 2. Good jab from him.
But whilst he's doing that, Liam Smith, he is losing these rounds.
Yeah, the jab has been fantastic for Eubank tonight.
Jab's been good, the body shots have been good, the uppercuts have been really good. Smith trying to counter that over the jab with the right hand, but hasn't really found a home for it yet. He's going to have a mountain to climb in the scorecards here, Smith.
Smith just landing a right hand there, not altogether clean on the far side of the ring. It brought a big reaction from the corner. Smith there looking for a left into the body, then just walks Eubank back. We're not even at the midway point. And this is taking its toll on the pair of them already. It is very, very hot in here too, unusually so.
Side to side, side to side. Pass 1, 2, come on. Come on.
Really good, smart work from Eubank here. He's starting to push Liam Smith back. He's taking a few shots, like he's having to throw 1s and 2s and hooking off of it, but it's really effective work.
Put this behind your neck. Hey, good fucking job.
Yeah, jab working well for Eubank. The uppercut as well. Lovely shot. And some body shots too. He's punching in combination. Smith looking for the single shots.
And if you get that one perfect single shot off, then it's the right idea. But until that happens, it's not.
All right. You keep using your whole ring, and then you get a chance, go around those gloves.
I mean, chap,
all right.
This feels like what I thought the first fight was going to be. The bigger guy, Chris Eubank, being able to control the ring with his jab and his presence, try and pick out the shots, and then the more experienced, the better schooled fighter, Liam Smith, having to overcome that, and we're still waiting to see what
we're getting to that part of the fight now, aren't we?
Exactly.
Just looking at Smith in the corner there, I mentioned in the early stage of the fight that when he threw a right hand, his right ankle just seemed to give a bit, and he's been flexing that ankle in the corner in between rounds. As he sat down, that could just be a kind of tick, it could be nothing, but it's just something to look out for. He just gave one underneath him slightly when he threw a right hand early in the fight.
Just relax! Just relax! That right hand to the body! That right hand to the body!
Good work from Eubank. Got down the straight right hand to the body and then straight left to the head as Smith backed up.
Yeah, he's starting to pick the shots now, yeah.
Nice jab again there from Eubank.
Boxing with confidence here, Eubank, but not reckless confidence.
No, it's clever, it's cautious, it's nothing, as you say, nothing reckless. If you find the range and the measure with your jab and you're landing it, and you know exactly where the guy is in front of you, then you can start threading and really placing them shots, which he's starting to do. The left hook to the body's coming well, the right has come over the top. Lovely check left hook there.
Eubank throwing the long right hand, and there's just nothing coming from Smith, and that right foot there, it did a funny little wobble in the centre of the ring. It is a little bit soft, this ring, in places.
Yeah, you're right, it seems to go over funny then a little bit, I don't know what.
Oh, I think the left hook body, a little grimace came from Smith there.
That was a decent shot from Eubank, who is bossing this. He has been from the start, and he's 7 rounds up plus the knockdown. If it continues like this in the final minute of round 7, and then Smith does have a problem with that right foot, and again the things just go a little bit there, then it is huge, because you just don't get that lightning bolt through the back leg. You can't get that rotation almost. But Eubank is just keeping him under control with that jab, with the variety, the combinations.
Yeah, jab working really well for Eubank. He's dictating terms, controlling the fight behind it.
Good jab again there from Eubank.
There's no urgency from Smith. Oh, great right uppercut from Eubank. Threads it right through the guard.
And just backing Liam Smith up, right hand to the body. The right hand upstairs, and Smith again just goes to the ropes, tries to fire up the ropes there, Smith. Maybe he feels that that is his best chance. Eubank is having a word with him as the bell goes at the end of the round, and this is all going one way so far.
Hey, listen to me.
So this is the slight give in that right ankle that I noticed in round 2. It wasn't huge, but it was just there as he extended.
Fantastic eyes, Andy. I can't believe you saw that. That's amazing. You certainly deserve your money tonight. That was incredible.
Good spot. Well, it was the first time for everything.
Go. Take this one. Come on.
But it's all part of the game. When that bell goes, anything can happen in there. Injuries caused in the heat of battle. It's just what you have to get over. Eubank is cruising at the moment, to be honest with you. He cannot get complacent here. But this is his fight to lose now into the 8th round. He doesn't need to go crazy. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing. Easier said than done. But it's that simple, really, isn't it?
No, it really is. I mean, the pressure's on Smith now.
Well, it's every round to Eubank, and I don't really see how you could score it any different with the knockdown in round 4 as well. Liam Smith needs knockdowns.
The right hand there just whistled past Liam Smith, glancing blow, didn't land full, but wasn't far away. Just a fraction too slow now. Even with the attacks, he's walking onto jabs from Eubank, and then Eubank's able to counter from them. Really tough night's work here for Liam Smith.
Switch off! Hold your shot! On the ground. He's stepping.
Smith looking for the uppercut as Eubank moved in there. Again behind that jab. Commits with the jab and then goes straight onto the shoulder. It makes it very difficult to counter. Solid left to the body there from Eubank as well, who has been switched on and concentrated right from the beginning.
The jab's been good from Eubank, and when they have got close, he's just tied Liam Smith up. He hasn't allowed him the room to get his shots off, to build any momentum into the fight. He just tied him up, nullified him, and wait for the ref to break them.
You're right, Matt. I mean, so far, tactics from Eubank have been spot on. and you want to pay tribute to the new corner maybe. They come up with a game plan together. But everything's been measured, everything's been correct.
Just short with the uppercut there, Eubank. That combination has worked so well. Nice long jab, and comes in behind it. That right foot again there just almost gave way underneath Liam Smith in the centre of the ring. He's just got no stable base. That's what the problem is there. No base to punch off. And Eubank will be seeing this. And as I said previously, he'll know that he doesn't need to go crazy here. He doesn't need to take risks. The only way this can go wrong for him now, to be honest, is if he gets greedy here, Matt, and wants to look for the finish. He just doesn't need it.
Yeah, I think, you know, if Smith is struggling with that ankle, he won't be able to close the distance quickly with his feet either. So with Eubank keeping him on the jab, it's difficult to see how Smith's going to get closer, close that distance. You know, you got to move quickly when you close the distance, and he looks unable to do that.
And it's another round in the bag for Eubank.
Fucking jab. Hey.
I want you to feint. I want that feint jab, 1-2, and then slide in again. 1-2, but I just need you to push your combinations here. He's dropping his hands real long, but stay small with it, okay? Feint, make him go, make him commit the jab. 1-2, stay low, then slide in again. Once you're inside, I want you to take an angle, either way, and punch to the body. Stop staying in front of the kid. Have a big feint.
Beefy, you gotta fucking work, man. You're not getting your hands up. Are you okay? We're going into the 9th round. Good. Hey.
A little bit of bruising to the left eye there, maybe, but that's a calm, calm corner. Plenty of advice coming in from Joe McNally for Liam Smith, but Liam Smith, he's got a 1,000-yard stare in the corner there, Matt, in between rounds. He knows that he's in big, big trouble here, and whatever may or may not be going on with that right ankle, we could take nothing away from Eubank here so far. He's got 4 rounds remaining. This will be an incredible, incredible turnaround after what happened here in January. So many wrote him off. He would have questioned himself. There would have been some long, hard, searching nights of the soul for Eubank. But he's answering the critics tonight.
Well, Smith needs every round and knockdowns. And not just that, first of all, he's got to change the momentum, switch the tide the way this fight's going. It's Eubank is in the driver's seat, not just ahead on the card, but he's dominating in there.
I mean, as well, I think, you know, ankle aside, we haven't seen any upper body mobility from Smith. You always used to see him like he'd cut out to left and he'd pop out with that left hand quick, or he'd pop out, or he'd break out to left and the right hand would sweep over the top. He hasn't been able to do that at all tonight. And is it where Eubank's been controlling the distance, where he's been landing the jab? Is he still buzzed and concussed from that drop, from that knockdown in the 4th round?
Eubank just landing with a jab to the body, jab to the head. Womack in the corner just screaming at him, don't give him anything. And Smith looking for that big overhand right, and the situation is getting desperate for Smith. 3 rounds remaining after this, but he's in a territory now where realistically he's going to need to take his man out. He knows he can do it. He did it in this very ring, but this is a very, very different night.
Smith getting all for back of the head. Eubank being asked not to hold.
But he's doing the right thing. Eubank tie him up in close. The ref's wanting to hold, but he's not threatening to take points off. You know, and he's nullifying. He's not allowing Smith the room to work there.
Good combination from Eubank, finishing on that left hand, a reverse 1-2 almost.
Yeah, that left hand, it came right up, left uppercut through the guard.
Accuracy from Eubank goes down to the body, up to the head, and he's really enjoying himself in there now. He catches Smith on the side of the head, 15 seconds remaining in the round, and this has been another big round for Eubank. He's working Liam Smith over.
Yeah, big man for Eubank, going through the gears, mixing his shots up, body, head, uppercut, changing angles.
Okay, so we've seen an issue with that right ankle earlier in the fight. And look at the left there, that's gone as well, and the right flexes, and he's got problems there. We were talking to Joe McNally earlier in the night, Matt. He had a walk around in the ring, and he did say to us he felt that it was a little bit soft, softer than usual, but both of those ankles just rolling in the space of a few seconds of each other. You have to make the point here that it's the same for both fighters.
No, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to wear ankle boots, Andy, I'm going to sound like my dad now, but you can't complain about rolling your ankle. The reason why you should wear high-top boots is much more support. And if you come into this fight, which I assume with unstable ankles, which it happens to many fighters, he's got that wrong for tonight. And it might be bothering him.
But this has been tremendous from Eubank. He looked different on the ring walk, he picked up on it, George, and he looked different at the weigh-in yesterday, and he's boxing now with complete confidence, accuracy and spite, and he lands that left hand, and again, Smith just backpedaling, very nearly had his legs collapse underneath him there.
The towels. Oh, no, sorry.
Well, Joe McNally had it in his hand.
He did, yeah. He's wiping some sweat or some water from the corner.
Nice crunching combination again there from Eubank, and Smith is cut with some blood coming from that right eye or thereabouts, and this is target practice for Eubank now, who just looks to tee off, trying to chop down with that right and that left. Smith just firing back off the ropes, and down he goes. The glove touches down in that blue corner. He's looking at the referee. One glove on the canvas, waits for the count of 8. Gets back up to his feet. Kevin Parker wipes off those gloves. A long time remaining in this round, and Eubank will want the finish. Right hand from Eubank sends Smith into the ropes. He's trying to cover up here, Liam Smith, and get hold. Really, at the moment, it's all he can do.
Still a minute and a half left in the round.
Lots of blood showing now on Smith's right eye.
Eubank chopping down with the right. Smith trying to stay out of the way, and the referee has stepped in and stopped it. Liam Smith doesn't like it, but it's a decent decision, and revenge is sweet for Chris Eubank Jr. Make no mistake, this is an unbelievable turnaround in this ring. Back in January, just feet away to our right-hand side, he was demolished for the first time in his career. It's so difficult to rebound from that. It's such a test of your mental strength, and he's done it.
Yeah, you have to take your hat off to him, to psychologically, confidence-wise, changing trainers, coming into a fight, immediate rematch, losing the way he did. Kudos to him. You've got to hand it to him. Massive win for him.
And we've been talking in the build-up, George, about the change of trainer, the different trainers he's had, the different situations he's been in, how he's never really seemed to listen to anybody. But there was real evidence there that they have gelled in a short space of time, because the tactics were clear from the beginning, and he executed them really well.
Absolutely. I mean, the game plan was brilliant from Eubank tonight. He didn't let Smith get into the fight at all. Smith, who is synonymous for being perhaps a slow starter, but didn't have any grip in the fight, was dropped early in the 4th round and never really had any inkling to fight after that. Eubank was using the jab brilliantly. You heard the corner shouting, just stick with the jab. He was super aggressive with his bent arm shots, with the uppercuts, with the left hook. He wasn't wild, he wasn't reckless, he didn't waste any. Everything was measured, it was controlled. It was a brilliant performance. And we were here not that long ago wondering what went wrong. suppose maybe something did go wrong. And then this time round, this is the more complete, more focused, switched on version of Eubank. And the fight is a completely different fight. I mean, you've got to give him so much credit, so much praise.
You said it there, George switched on. He never switched up. He was focused. Even when things were going well, he tried to finish him. And then he eased off when he realised it wasn't quite there. But he never got reckless. You know, he never lost concentration, never lost focus.
And this is a stoppage. Well, this is a knockdown prior to the stoppage. And at this point, really, it was target practice. He's a mile behind on the cards, and the referee decided at this stage that he had seen enough. He's avoiding a fair few of those, but at the same time, plenty are getting through. And down he goes onto that one glove. He waited for the count of 8. He knew where he was, got back to his feet, but it was just delaying the inevitable, really. Eubank pouring the pressure on. He was always going to want the finish. I was saying halfway through that he just needed to keep doing what he was doing, George, and the only way it could go wrong was if he got greedy. But the fighter in him, after what happened in that first fight, he wanted the finish.
Absolutely, he wanted to get a knockout win, a stoppage win, and he did in tremendous fashion tonight.
I mean, Smith was getting out the way of a lot of those shots. A lot of them were missing, but he had one around. There'd been the knockdowns as well. I can see what a referee jumped in.
Absolutely. I mean, the knockdown in that round, he sort of almost slumped in Eubank's corner from the onslaught. None of it was the knockdown that we saw at the start of the year when Eubank looked down and out, and it was shocking just to see him get up. But as you say, Matt, not in the fight at all. I think the fight had been knocked out of him. Yeah. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the corner or the referee were on the verge of stopping it.
I agree.
Well, to come back from what was an absolute annihilation back in January, it's incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin Parker calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 45 seconds of round number 10, declaring your winner by TKO, Chris Eubank Jr.
Well, he's throwing every towel he can find out of the ring here, Eubank. He's had to put up with a lot in the build-up to this fight. It's been so different for him. Sometimes there really wasn't too much that he could say to anything that Liam Smith could come up with, because the counter for Smith was just so easy. It would have been so hard for Eubank just to tolerate that. He was so confident in himself. He always has been, but even someone like him, George, he'd have been asking questions. He'd have been asking questions of himself, because when you get hurt like that, once you know it could happen, it could change things.
I think he must have used it to his advantage. He was switched on to the max here. He showed immense resilience more so than anything. I mean, he's kept the confidence, the self-belief, but the resilience to go with it as well. To come back to the Lions Den, he knows he's a massive underdog, and it's to come out and perform as a fighter. There's almost nothing more satisfying than executing a brilliant fight.
And that, without any doubt, that was the most satisfying win of his career by a mile. I think, you know, as you said, resilience. He showed great mental fortitude to deal with what he's had to deal with the last 6 months or so, and to come in and perform as well as he did.
It was all on the line for him tonight, and he's up in the ring with Andy.
Chris, congratulations. A wounded animal is a dangerous animal. In this very ring, back in January, your career looked to be over at this level. To do that tonight, in those circumstances, can you try and put that into words for us? It is revenge.
It had to be. I had no other choice. There's too many other big fights out there for me.
that the fans want to see that I want to be involved in. I had to beat Liam tonight. You know, I threw so many punches, the lettering on my shorts fell off. It's incredible. But yeah, listen, Liam is a warrior. I respect him. I respect his whole team and his family and his brothers. They always come out. They always put it all on the line. He didn't give up. He fought to the last into the last second. So yeah, big up to Liam and his team.
Are you able to pinpoint why you were so much better than you were tonight compared to January?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. That was what happened tonight was supposed to happen in January. But like I said, it wasn't my night. I trained hard for that fight. I trained hard for this fight. The focus is always there. I dedicate my life to this sport. And yeah, now we're on to bigger and better fights. There's some big names out there. I see a few of these guys in the crowd. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Conor. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Kel. I'm coming for you. Anybody else who wants it, we're going to put on a show for the fans, that's for sure.
Whether or not you'll concede it, it just seemed that you were different this week. You were different on the ring walk. You were different from the first bell. Ronnie Davies just said off camera there, the weight had a lot to do with it. Would you concede that you did the weight better this time, that was a factor?
No, the weight had nothing to do with it. My mindset didn't really have anything to do with it either. I'm always focused. You know, it just wasn't my night that night, and I had to prove to the fans and to the boxing public that I am who I say I am. I'm not a pretender. I'm not a fake. I do the things I say I'm going to do. And I'm not really a bad guy either. I know I got booed in here. There's a couple of cheers now, which I appreciate. You know, I'm turning a few people around on the journey, but we still got a long way to go.
I think that's a British boxing crowd. If you get booed in and you perform, you get cheered out. May I ask you about the changes in the team? Big team, they're all surrounding me now. Behind the scenes, I mean, the fact that you changed your regime, changed the personnel, but getting up at 8, nutritionists, things like that, they must have had a factor.
They all add percentages. They all add percentages, and what I've learned over the years is that you have to take every percentage you can. There's some tough men out there in the sport, and they have all hands on deck. So if you don't have the same, you're at a disadvantage, and we're not doing that anymore.
The nature of this sport, back in January, your career was almost over. Now you're in the position to call for big fights. So if I pushed you for your future, what would you say?
Listen, I want to fight Triple G. I don't know where he is right now, but wherever you are, Kennedy, you know, you've been holding on to them belts for too long. I want to take one, so let's get that on if we can. 100%.
Well done to you. Congratulations. Tonight is your night. Thank you very much for talking to us. If Liam Smith will give us a few words, Liam, I don't want to keep you too long. What went wrong in there tonight?
Just everything, from start to finish. I feel I was just flat from the start. I think the weight killed me a little bit. After the injury, I was just flat from the get-go, and Kiss was sharp, so it was just, that's it. That's all I can really say about it, really.
You probably won't concede it, and I might be able to drag it out of you, but you seem to have some balance issues tonight and went over on those ankles a couple of times.
I couldn't move my feet, and then when I did move my feet back, I rolled my ankle. I've got dodgy ankles anyway, haven't I? So, like, it's just fucking one of them things, but no, Kiss was the better man tonight. I shout when I win, I'll take my defeat when I lose.
What do you want to do next? I mean, that makes it 1-1.
Yeah, of course, obviously. I think everyone knows. I think Chris knows how I was with the weight. You know, to say it at the weigh-in, and you know, after the injury, I come down 3 stone. So it's a lot of weight to shift in a short space of time. But that's all I can put my finger on. You know, I was flat as they come from the get-go. Couldn't move my feet, and Chris was sharp early on. So fair play to him.
Commiserations.
Next one, mate. Ta.
So plenty more from all the drama here at the AO Arena after this commercial break.